phone, but what is the problem with that phone? I don't know. Right. This message is showing me. I will, I will just rectify that problem. Do not worry. But it will take time. I do not have time. That's the problem. Continuous classes are there. So, students, in the morning I explained what thing I explained in the morning. I explained if you write float f, if you write float f equal to 12.3, yeah, any decimal number, then what happened? Java understand this because Java already the tendency of Java is it always moves to the high precision. Where it will move always to high precision. That means it will think that you have written the double, the value in double, so it will not compile. It will give an error. If you write float a equal to 12.3, then it will give error. Then how you will overcome to this problem? You must write float a equal to 12.3 f, so that you can forcefully informing to the Java compiler, this is this is a float value. No, this is not a double value. That means you are forcefully informing to the Java this is a float value. So you can someone will ask, sir, it will be the capital F or small f? So both, you can write capital F or small f, both. Is it clear? So before my class, have you done this type of practical? Have you ever done this type of practical, that you have written float a equal to 12, 9.2 or any numbers, and it is not compiling? So have you done this? You faced this problem or not? Did you face? No, that means you didn't did practical. You didn't do practical now. That's why you didn't face. I have written the program in the first video, and I will upload on YouTube, and also I will send the link. Just you go, watch my video, and you will found that there are basically that I have written float f equal to 12.3, and when I was compiling it, that there was a problem, it was not compiling. But if I have written float f equal to 12.3 f small f or capital F, then there was not any problem. So I have shown to you in my video. Don't worry, I did practically. Okay, students, can I move ahead, student? So what is the next? Okay, this concept is behind. So next one is variable. Acha, every student know that variable is very easy, but they do not know the concept. What is the concept behind variable? Can anybody explain what is the concept behind variable? Can anybody explain to me? I will be very happy if anyone can explain. If anyone can explain, students, then I will very happy. Explain, please, if you know. Anybody, please. At least you should tell me yes or no. What is very? Acha, okay, okay, very easy question. What is variable? Tell me, please, students. Why you are just shut your mouth? Am I audible? Na? That means you are listening to me. Saurav Yadav. If I will take your name, then you will give the answer. There is no response. Okay, tell me what is variable. What very? What? Hmm. Hmm. Computer memory. Okay. Okay. You are right till 95%. 5% I am completing. Yes. 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 Who want to tell? Variable is a fixed pattern. It cannot be changed. By the name, it suggests that variable. It can be variable. You are saying it cannot be changed. What you are saying, man? Huh. Is a location in the memory. Right. Right. That's the thing I want to share you. Basically, suppose listen my voice, listen my point very carefully. Listen, if I have stored a value in the memory, then that value are stored at any place in the memory, because it requires the memory na. So where it is going to store it will occupy some space. It will occupy na. It will occupy or not? Occupy or not, students? It will. Very good, very good. So so students, the variable holds that memory location. If I suppose you have written int x equal to 10, and this 10 is having location like 1000. So if you print the address of x, then you will get what you will get, 1000. Okay. Okay, students. So this variable contain the memory location of values. Clear? Clear to you? Okay. So next topic is variable declaration. So how you can declare the variable? Declaration means, you can understand like a very simple system. Declaration means how you can declare the variable, like my variable name is this. Okay, so this is this is the name of the declaration. So how you people can declare? You can declare int a, int b, int c. Can you declare like this or not? Can you declare? Can you declare? Okay. So next, ne next term is initialization. So initialization in one phone, the continuous, the phone is coming, bell is ringing. Okay. So where I was, initialization. So students, initialization means providing some values to that variable. This is called initialization. So basically, you can initialize in three ways: at the time of declaration. Okay, first one is at the time of declaration. The second one is first you declare, after that initialize. Okay, students. And the third and the third one way is, you just you can initialize more variable with separation of comma comma. Okay, are you are you that means are you getting my point or not? Okay, next I will tell you the example. Don't worry. Next one is assigning another variable, but that means initializing the variable by assigning another variable. Okay, let me explain one by one. Otherwise, you people will get confused. First one, just first one I'm telling, declaring, then initializing. Then what you will do? Int a termination. Then in the next line you will write a equal to 10. This is first one. The next one, listen. Declaration and initialization both are same place. How you can write? Int a equal to 10. This is the second way. Third one is, if suppose if you have more than one variable, then how you can declare and initialize? Suppose I have three variables of int type, then how I will declare? Int, suppose the name of variables are a b c, then how you will declare? int a equal to 2 comma b equal to 3 comma c equal to 5, then termination. This is the second way. Third one, listen, third one. Suppose I have the variables x and y, and I have declared int x equal to 5 and y equal to x plus 2. Then this this way is also possible because you have given already x equal to 5. Then it will calculate by yourself 5 plus 2 equal to 7. Then what happened? Y is assigned by 7. Is it clear? Is it clear or not, students? Tell me, please. If anyone is not clear, then please inform me. I'm very tired today. If anyone didn't get to, please inform me. You got a point? So I have, yes. Anyone question? Any question? I explained four ways. Student, how many ways I explained? Four ways. Okay. So first one was, first you declare then initialize. Second one, declare an initialization at the same place. Third one is, I have more than one variable, then you can just initialize in a single line. Int a equal to 2 comma b equal to c, but the condition is they must be of same data type. Okay. Next one is, suppose I have two variables, but I want to assign the next one value variable. That means the second variable. That means first variable value to the second variable. Then how you can, int x equal to 5, comma y equal to x plus 2. So y equal to x means 5. Already it is taken by the compiler, and 5 plus 2, that means 7. It assigned y equal to 7. Clear? Clear now? Okay. Okay, next is default value of a variable. This is also a very important topic. Why I am taking to clear your concept, students? Because if your concept, you if your that means वो हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, नींव, बेस, समझ में आ रहा है? बेस. If your base will not be strong, if your base will not be, then you cannot make the program. Single program you cannot make. But if you are taking my class regularly, then I am 100% confidence you can make the program by yourself. Okay, student. Next one is default value of a variable. Suppose, student, I am not giving the value. Suppose I have written int a equal to nothing. I have written, just declare int a termination. I have written system dot out dot println, and I have given print a. Then what value you will get? Can anybody tell the answer? What value you will get? Students, can anybody tell what value you will get? Please, sir, please. You don't listen question. Please, humble request to you. If I declare int a, then terminate this. Matlab, that means I have not initialized any value to a variable. Then I am printing system.out.println a. Then what is the output? What output is a? What are you giving the answer? A is the name of the value variable. It will print the variable or value. If you write in the double quotes or single quotes, then it will print a. Okay, you are just writing what it will say. Continuous phone is coming. Yes, tell me please. Students, tell me please. You do not know? I have to tell. No. Any other question? Answer? Any other answer, please? Can anybody tell? Acha, okay. Java provides some default values to the data types. Suppose if I have data type integer and I didn't initialize anything, then I am going to print that variable, then it gives the result 0. Okay, students. So I'm telling the default values of the data type: byte, short, int, long. These default value are 0. Okay. Next one is float, double. These default value is 0.0. Next one, character, and character default value are single space. Okay, students. And next one is boolean. So boolean, if you declare a boolean variable, write boolean a, and you are printing a, then it will print false. What it will print? False, because its default value is false. And non-primitive or reference data type value is null. Okay, so these are the default values. If you do not initialize it by any values, then it will print, what? Then it will print default value. Clear? Is it clear or not? Clear or okay? So that means byte, short, int, long by default 0, float double by default 0.0, character character by default space, and the boolean by default false, and non-primitive data type default null. So these are the default values. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you, to everyone? Next one is constant. So I already explained the constant to you. Basically, when I was explaining naming convention of Java, then you people have taken the class or not? When I was explaining naming convention of Java. Hmm? Okay. In the naming convention, I said I was explaining to you, in Java there are one concept, constant. So that concept, that constant value you cannot change, and the naming convention of writing that concept, that constant is each and every letter will be in the capital. Okay, I explained this. Suppose the constant name is pi. So you will write capital P, capital I. Okay, and if you have given the value pi equal to 3.14, then this value cannot be changed. Clear to everyone? Clear? So in Java there are some inbuilt constant, and that values cannot be changed, and basically you will use that constant in your program where you need. Suppose if you need the mathematical value pi, then in Java there are inbuilt variables pi that are constant 3.14. Just use pi and you will get the result. 3 multiply pi, 3 multiply pi equal to 22 by 7. So 22 by 7, well, the value of 22 by 7 is 3.14. So 3 multiply pi, it will automatically give the answer 3 multiply 3.14. You are getting my point or not, students? Okay, okay, this is the concept of pi. So next topic in your book is constant is completed. Next one is comments. Okay, comments. Let me finish this chapter today. I have to finish in 3 minutes. Comments are very easy. Suppose, student, you are writing your Java code, and and at any line, if suppose you are writing the code for your friend, and at any line you want to explain something to your friend, so what happened, students? If you want to explain it, then if you will write, then Java compiler will give the error, because Java says that you cannot write anything but that are syntactically error. That will be the syntactically error. If you write the like this code is used for compiling this type of things, you will write, then Java will give error or not, because Java has some predefined syntax. Clear to you or not? So if you want to explain anything your friend, and you want that Java should not give any error, then you will write in the comments. And there are many types, three types of comment. First one is single line, second one is multi line, and third one is documentation comment. So first I will tell you single line comment. So single line comment, you will write this one, this array this forward slash. I said this called backward slash, and this one is called forward slash. So forward slash to forward slash. Suppose I have write line this, this code is very good for the beginner of the programmer. So I will write first one is forward slash to forward slash, then write this code is very useful for beginner of the programmer. Then this line will not be compiled by the Java compiler. I think this time it is clear to you. Okay, next one is multi-line comment. Suppose if you want to write multi-line comment, matlab that means suppose if you want to write a long number like two or three lines comment. Suppose I have written this code is very good. In the next line, it is useful to for the programmer to study the Java from the basic. Next line, that means I need to that means I want that Java compiler cannot compile more than one line. Then how you will just comment it. So the syntax is you will write forward slash. What you will write, that you will write forward slash this one. How you will write this one forward slash, then after that there will be star, then okay, thank you.